Thank you for joining me. Love Them Knives channel. Yes, we have a CKF knife on loan from a rich knife guy to a poor knife guy. I'm always knife poor, always have no money, but I've got knives. But I don't have these. I don't own any CKF knives, but you know what? They're going on my bucket list, my friends. Yes, they are. Because really, there's a lot of design going on over there from Russia with knives. I'll throw the link to their website in my description box. You know, these knives come out. This is the S.S.E. S period, S period, E period, period. Damn it. Frame lock knife, 3 3/4 inch blade. It's stone washed. Out of stock because they ain't making them no more. $345. You can probably get one on the secondary market, maybe on a Blade Forums or eBay or something. So over 8.5 inches overall, 3 3/4 inch Bowler M390, drop point, flat grind, stone wash, plain edge, you know, blah 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 blah. Right hand, left hand. Right hand, left hand, there you go. Lanyard hole, yes it is. And light blue anode hardware. Showy. 2 screws holding in that pocket clip so it won't go nowhere on you, which is really nice. Frame lock, tactical flipper design. Okay, not a real tall flipper tab. Got the M390 steel thing. Really strong detent. Are we done reading the reading stuff here? Everyday carry. Not in my world. I don't carry many $300 and some knives on a daily carry rotation, but they make a nice collectible and, you know, proud carry. You know what proud carry is, don't you? That means you'll put it in your pocket, you'll carry it, but you intend on not doing a lot of cutting with it. You might cut a thread off your shirt, cut a line for your Corona maybe. Not going to do a lot of heavy cutting with it. Maybe. If you want, you can. If you got money to throw knives like this around as you know, users, then that's cool. No problem. I've just got my rotation of user knives, and I carry them when I know I'm going to do some real using on a knife. Now, I've got that little rotational, and I'll bring that up sometime on one of my future videos. What do I really use every day? In any case, stonewash blade, M390, as we said, titanium frame lock flipper with blue anodized hardware. Pretty knife. Not a small knife. Not a terribly small knife. There's your Manx. Manx is smaller. This is over 8.5 inches. This is 8 1/4. So, no, this is a smaller knife. Just in case you kind of wanted to get, you know, somebody was making a comment like, damn, you love that Manx? You know what? Heck with you. Yes, I do. I like the Manx, but it's just a good comparison thing. How about a Benchmade grip? Will that work for you? It's like, yeah, I just kind of use them as a standard for measure. I mean, in comparison, I measure them with a tape, but sometimes you want to see it next to a knife that you might actually own so you have some point of reference. Do I really have to? Ugh. Hey, Case. So, yes. Or maybe they were just giving me shit, and I'm not understanding. In any case, so we got 3.5 millimeter stock, which is point something, 0.135, over an 1/8 inch thick. What do we got for overall fatness? About a 1/2 inch. Not quite, but almost. 12.5 millimeter. So that's pretty cool. How about the overall length? Let's put it to the test. Well, 3 3/4 which is not quite 100 millimeters. It's like right 96, 97, and 22 centimeters overall, which was not just about 8 3/4 overall. So it's a pretty good size knife, not quite 9 inches, but close. Pretty. I love the design. It's really nice. You know what? And it comes with a nice zippered pouch, and these are very noticeable, aren't they? Red, white, and blue all the day from Russia. There you go. Nice microfiber cloth from Russia with knives. That's where Wes gets his knives. Wesley sent this one to me to play with and not to use and to treat nicely and just kind of check out what I thought about the design, how it feels in the hand, ergonomics, things like that. The ergonomics are fine. The economics, not quite as good. 300 and what did I say? 345 bucks when it was available, and they come and they go. So, you know, hey, sometimes From Russia with Knives has a garage sale. They have a garage sale tab or area. So sometimes a knife will go up there. So be prepared. That can be a really good deal. I'll give you the link to that. Number 37, huh? So here's the deal. Yes, it is number 37. And here's the designer name, which you can pronounce. Just look at it. Here it is. You pronounce it. Titanium. It's the S.S.E. made in August of 16, which is a year ago. A year ago. You know what? This thing's got pretty strong detent on it. The flipper tab is not overly pronounced, which is great. And it's got a little bit of jimping there. It's just all about the design, isn't it? And you can go right and left hand on this one. So that's cool. And a lanyard hole. So kind of really, really kind of catering to the user Joe. You know, a guy that just not wanting a safe queen, but actually something that can be adapted to, that can really function in the real world. Lanyard hole, right and left hand, tip up carry. Hey. Nice. I like the overall design. The lines flow on this stuff. As far as in-hand feel, oh yeah, it's comfortable. Reverse grip, nice. You know, one thing I did notice with this though, is there's some knives that are out there where, depending on how you grab it, when you grab a knife, like you put your fingers across this lock bar thing, and then sometimes you kind of squeeze because you're bearing, you kind of unconsciously do that when you hit that flipper tab. This one is one of those ones where you can actually find yourself squeezing that lock bar, and it interferes with deploying the blade. A lot of designs, they don't have that problem, but this one does actually present that situation where you got to kind of a little bit, maybe roll your hand back here, and then this actually deploys easier. If you keep your damn fingers from squeezing the lock bar on the other side and trying to defeat your deployment of the blade. And that can happen. So it's just keep that in mind. It's not a big deal, or just don't grab it as tight and just give it some meaningful. And you got bearings on the pivot. It's centered very nicely. No blade plate, no lock rock. Very nicely done. Obviously, it's got an insert, hardened steel insert to, there you go, in there to make contact with the M390 blade. Wow. Yeah. Oh, God, I keep crushing that lock bar, and then I can't flip the blade open. Stop it. Yeah, nice. It feels substantial. It's not overly light, and I'll throw it on the scale here so you can kind of get a. It's not bad. I mean, I think it felt more substantial in my hand than 4.4 ounces, 126 grams. So yeah, okay. Really, considering it's almost a 9-inch knife, 4.4 is pretty good. Well, and yeah, and there's why. They've milled a little bit out of the lock bar side, but you can't really do much there. But on the top scale, they've skeletonized a bunch up there. Yeah, they've taken a lot of material out. No wonder. You know, I would think this would be 5.5 ounces, 5.5, something like that. And no. So it's an ounce lighter than that. They took it out of there, didn't they? Even though they got this full, almost completely full-length backspacer here. Yeah. Nice. I like this knife. I like the design. I like the fact that it'll go right in the left hand. I don't know. Do you think that's a little unsightly? The mounting pad for the pocket clip to go that way. I mean, I think you just kind of got to do. It's really kind of hard to integrate and not kind of make some show of it there. So I don't know if I find that to be too obtuse, actually. And it's, very utilitarian in that way too. But, really, CKF is really all about the design. It really is. I mean, the designs are kind of primary there. And these are not really, in my mind, these are not really knives designed to primarily be field user knives. I mean, look at cold steel knives. Heavy field user knives. That's just the way they are, And so, no, this is about design, flow of the lines, ergonomics, color, intricacy in machining, high-end materials. It's kind of like high-end ZT all the time because you're flying here at the 350, 450, range and up, and upper twos at the lowest, for these knives. So, and then of course they customize and do that kind of stuff for the $1,800, $1,500, whatever. So you can kind of get all different levels of finish and craftsmanship. But even just these production knives are, they're more expensive than your standard ZT. But on the other hand, it's more of a real variance in design and flow, and there's just something about the CKF line that really sets itself apart from the other brands. And maybe you could argue ZT really is probably more of a user, knife made for this and that, where these can be used heavily. I mean, there's no reason why they can't, but I mean, people really collect these because the designs are just so incredible and unique and fun. So, in any case, I'll let you go. I just thought, this S.S.E. with, it's a pretty design. It feels good in the hand. And the CKF line, I've never really done much on my channel with these knives. And I'm starting to kind of, this is my exploration as well. So I'm just, throwing this out at you, and you probably, a lot of you viewers already know a lot more about this line than I do and have more experience with it. But this is just my take on it. And I've got a lot to learn. But, and there's a lot of models that are not available anymore that I've seen that I would really like to have and maybe someday pick up on the secondary market. But yeah, they really just keep coming with cool stuff, really. And it's not totally unaffordable either. I mean, you think of, a lot of different knives that are mid-techs and stuff that are $400, $500, $600 and up. Even, the bag knives out of California are $1,500, $1,600, $1,700, $2,000, and they're not custom. They're mid-tech. So these are production knives, but I mean, they're pretty high-end production knives. You know, M390, titanium, anodized, gorgeous design. So, you know, I'd say, you know, they're a good knife for the money. You know, all things considered. And you are free to comment about that. Yes, you are. Take care, my friends. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate you. Subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, because usually I post pictures of the knives before I review them. Because like when I first kind of get them in, I'll post it on my Instagram so you can see kind of what's coming up without, you know, you kind of get a free peek. In any case, and there's a lot of activity going on in Instagram, so you might want to turn that on and check it out. Got the links in the description box below, along with the links to From Russia with Knives, etc. You know what we do around here? We love them knives, so stay sharp.